Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up one. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. And they strike first.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Kamara. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this round.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Right back to the well. Turns it on in midfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Here's the give off the left side. At the 35, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's looking for an open man on second down. Buys a little extra time. He'll fire to his right. And he's got it inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's got his man, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
The Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. On target. Got enough space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Using his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I'll tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Let's go! Leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. The give to the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. First down to start the drive after the break. Here we go. He's going to pass. He'll throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
After the missed connection, it's second down.
Get set, get set.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Might be looking to run. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Ready?
The Sooners are marching down the field.
Come on, set. Razor.
Trying to find his man on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Ready?
After the misfire, now on second down.
Easy.
Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. Caught. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got it.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40.
691, Gator Spar. Easy.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick completion on the out. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Okay.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. This is a designed run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's one thing to get a few yards and, you know, see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the 2nd level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. More, should have run a better route.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Here we go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. All kinds of room to the right. Running inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown Sooners!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up 14 over the Royals. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here he comes out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. On the move at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Dances away from the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
On the ready.
Second and 10 here.
Set. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Dropping back, it's Hendricks. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. Obliterates him, still on the move. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Ready.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right.
I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. They're usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide and get him the rock.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Back to the ground game on the left. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The Sooners are in the red zone.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's back to throw on second down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets it.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Hendricks. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll get rid of it. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now.
Come on, set.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He'll try the right side. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
To the ground with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll take it himself. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Black 24. Black 24.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass. It's Hendricks. Fires downfield. It's complete. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the rat tree.
Cricket.
Calls his own number. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor in these guys offensively.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes...
Trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Low. Set. Ready. Go.
They'll give it to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Let's go. Smelly starter.
Give to the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Runs through a tackle. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the 1st down.
The Sooners have their offense in high gear. The give to the left side. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
A 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Got it.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures.
Razor. 691, Gators far. Clear.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Spider.
Ready to fire from the pistol.
Easy.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Slings it downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
On the set.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Then the short completion brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Wide receiver now comes in motion.
Terrier. Slide 22. Slide 22. Under.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
At the 35, he's open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does.
Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to pass on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kennesaw State is currently up big right now. I got to think Cobb County is ready to party long into the night. They're up by 18 over the Astronauts. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Buying some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10.
55 weak.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 30. 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide out in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Second down coming up.
Let's go.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Open runway ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions will have it first and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this league, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short.
Get set, get set.
They're going to throw it again. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's second and 10. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Come on, set. Go.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. This offense has a second down play.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And despite going 0 for 2 on fourth down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the punishment has been extended. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Easy.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Ready, set.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just